my name is Lisa and this is One Lisa Show. Today's Friday sews. Again, it's so late in the afternoon. I apologize for that. I did not get much sewing done this past week, but I did do a bunch this weekend just like I said I would. And if this is your first time watching, I talk about all things sewing, crafting, crochet, knit, but on Friday Sews it's just sewing. Last week's Friday Sews, I talked about wanting to sew for my nieces who are almost 7 and 9. I did work on a dress that my niece kind of designed. I used a pattern, a Simplicity Learn to Sew pattern. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to hold it up, and forgive me, the pieces are all sewn together, but it's not complete. This is going to be, we decided this is going to be a tank dress. And I sewed the front, it's one front piece, 2 back pieces. I sewed them to each other, and then I also lined it, which is not part of the pattern. To be honest with you, I used the pattern pieces, but not the pattern instructions one bit. So I did make pieces of lining, and I sewed them together, and then I sewed the lining and the dress exterior together at the neck, along the neckline and the armholes. And now what it needs is a super light press, and I'm thinking of top stitching. Mind you, this is she's going to be 7 in a few weeks, so I don't need this to be super fancy. And I'm also going to then sew my shoulders together, and the last thing is the back we'll put together. I'm going to leave it open with a button closure at the base of the neck. I think it's coming along really great. It's super long, and Isabel wanted a long dress. She wanted, I saw her, showed her the cutout pattern pieces, and she does want a high-low effect. We have decided, I did make it clear the train is probably not going to happen. So she wants it lower, below the knee in the front, and then as long as I'm willing to make it in the back. So we're going to kind of do a scoop hem on it. I'm looking forward to that, actually. I think it's going to turn out great, and I think she's going to be able to wear it, hopefully come spring and summer when it's nice and warm. I'm really proud of it, and if you could have seen her face when I showed her this piece, the front full piece cut, she's so happy. She's like, I love it. So I'm very pleased with this project. That was this past weekend, and then I think she stopped over on Monday or Tuesday for like a potty break after school, because I live pretty close to their school, and so mommy dropped her off for a potty break, and she was very pleased and good smile. And I did tell her, I did a video with her picture that she drew, and she was just super like, I made it to YouTube. Yes, you made it to YouTube. So we're talking the big leagues here with my subscriber base. But thank you for all the kind comments. And I shared them with her mommy, who is my sister. And she got it such a nice smile to her face when we were talking about how that video was so well received. So thank you. So I did do that. Another thing I did this past weekend, as I ducked down, another thing I did because I wanted to grab it, was I made her sister, who is 9, a pair of leggings with some scrap fabric I had. This was also, I think, another Simplicity pattern. Again, I talked all about the pattern on last week's Friday Sew, so I don't want to waste time doing that. I'll put a link to the pattern. I have my handmade tag on it, and what I did was I made a size 8. My niece is a very skinny, long-legged 9-year-old, so I made a size 8 with the size 10 length. So I kind of just graded it to that size 10 length. Believe it or not, the 8 and the 10 legging was pretty similar, and I just kept going till I got to 10. For the length, I did these this weekend, or this past weekend, gave them to her, and this fabric is from Joann's. It's a double brushed poly, I think, knit. It's super soft. If you see this fabric at your Joann's, I made a dress out of it. I love it. It's a thicker knit. It's very soft to the touch, and it does not appear like, if you do leggings, it's not see-through. So this is something to check out if you see that at Joann's. Anyway, I did bring this to them. She tried it on. I had a picture, and it's too baggy around the waist. It's also a little tall, like a little high-waisted for her. So I'm going to lower the waist by about an inch, take out some of that elastic because it's just way too loose. It's okay. I'm going to tighten it up. So I have a lot of unpicking to do. And because I don't like when my elastic rolls on me, I actually also went in and stitched that elastic in. So this should be quite fun. Part of me is wondering if it might be easier just to cut it out and then do another 1 inch down. I don't know if that might be too low for her. The positive part of this, it might not. The positive part of this is my niece said, I love the leggings. When you fix them, can you also add a drawstring? So I'm going to tighten the elastic, and I did go to Joann's and got some twill tape that was in their by the yard section, and I used a coupon on them because I had a coupon. So this is just like a heathered twill tape, but it does match pretty good. They didn't have many colors available, but it's a nice flat, I'd say 1/2 inch sturdy twill tape. I thought that would make a great drawstring, and I'm going to just cut buttonholes and insert it through there. I will say, the next time I want twill tape, I will order the color I want, and I will order it through Bra Builders, because Bra Builders sells twill tape just like that. I actually think the quality of the twill tape that Bra Builders sells is better quality, and they will also dye it. And they have a ton of colors that you can get it dyed to match. And if you want just white twill tape, it's 50 cents a yard. Joann's, that twill tape, $2.70 something a yard. Now, Bra Builders, it'll be 50 cents a yard, and then there's an upcharge if you want it dyed. So white is just 50 cents a yard. And then I think the upcharge is run around $0.25. So even at 75 cents a yard, I'm going to get it matched, whatever color I need. And this was like $2.70. I really want to say $2.75 or $2.79 a yard. So a little girl's waist is pretty little, so is pretty short. So I just got 1.5 yards, which I knew was going to be plenty and more than I needed. And this way I don't have anything else really to buy from Bra Builders right now, but I could always find things to buy on Bra Builders website. So the next time I do a drawstring, a pants for her, and I know she likes drawstrings now, I will make sure I have a nice supply. Every time I order from Bra Builders, I'll get some twill tape in a different color just so I can start stashing it. And honestly, if I want to make like jogger pants, or if I want to do a hoodie, then I'll have it. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay. And then finally, this is some Walmart end cuts that I got. It's black cotton jersey knit. And this weekend I made a Coco top. So I'm wearing my Coco top, size 6, Tilly in the buttons. It's great. I did the 3/4 sleeve length. It's the plain boat neck, and I did not put the slits in the sides. I just sewed it straight down. And I actually like it. I think it looks great. It's survived a couple of washings, but I made it Saturday or Sunday, and this is the second time I've worn it already. So it's been washed, and I'm happy with it. And then I had some scraps of this, and I made a pair of underwear because you can never have enough cotton underwear, in my opinion, especially when you find a pattern that fits your bum just right. You got to go with it. I'm hoping this weekend to finish that dress for my niece. And I think I'm going to work on another project that was in my March makes. Particularly, I need to get going on my Frugal Frocks Challenge dress. I've picked out the pattern. I actually picked out one pattern, was in love with the pattern, and cut it all out. I think I cut it out last weekend. And I realized the size is not going to fit. It's going to be too tight. So I thought about trying to grade it or make it a little bigger. And I don't want to necessarily do that just yet. So that actually might be a project I work on this spring. So I'm going to save the scrap fabrics remnants that I had, save that pattern, but I did find another pattern that I'm going to be absolutely fine with that will make another wearable dress. And I'm hoping I can get that printed and taped together today or tomorrow, one of the two, and work on it this weekend. And then share a couple more videos with you guys next week. That's my goal. So that's what I'm planning for this weekend. Finish that dress, start my own dress, and actually and make a couple of videos, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I can start a shirt, because there's a shirt I really want to make that I have fabric for, and I think now that spring is starting to arrive, it would be perfect. I made a lot of long sleeve shirts during the winter, and I have a feeling very soon it will be too warm to wear all those gorgeous long sleeve shirts that I made, those comfortable long sleeve shirts I made. So I hope you have a great weekend. Let me know what you're up to, and hopefully I'll be able to post a picture or an update next week, Friday sews, on the dress. And thank you so much for the outpouring of comments, and it makes me feel good. I feel like I found my tribe, and it's nice. I love this sewing community that's kind of happened here on YouTube. So thank you so much. Bye.